Hello friends, welcome to my channel Spark FAQs. In this video, I am going to discuss about how to do unit testing in PySpark applications. We are going to take a simple PySpark application and then we are going to use the unit testing framework or unit testing package in Python called unit test. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I have created a project PySpark underscore unit testing, excuse me, and then there is a simple PySpark program I written. So what this program has is, so basically I created a class called PySpark simple program, which is same as my Python file name, and then I created a three function. Okay, so one is just to find out the RDD's number of elements in the RDD, which is count. Okay, I want to find the number of elements in the RDD. The function name is find RDD count. Okay, so whatever RDD you pass, it will find the count and it will return. So this is the first method, and there is another method, find RDD sum. So input is again RDD, which will take the RDD and find the sum of elements in the RDD, and it will return the value, the sum value as a return. Okay, the third function is find data frame aggregate. Okay, so if you pass a data frame, and so you can do aggregate based on some column, right? So basically it's kind of if you want to find out sum of a salary from employee table, so it will be like finding you might do the aggregate based on a department mostly. So similarly, we have a simple customer data set, and so if you have a customer data set, if you want to just aggregate based on customer department, so you just have to pass the group by column. So you pass a data frame group by column, and which column you want to apply the sum excuse me, and then so you when you do the aggregate, you get the derived column like sum of example amount spent by the customer. So there is a column called amount spent. So if you want to find out the total amount spent, so you can pass the derived column name as well excuse me, sorry. So you take the data frame and then group by the group by column, and then ag you use the ag function and pass the aggregate function. So in the ag function, you just say sum of the column which you want to apply the summation, the sum column, and then you this will return the sum of the amount spent. Then you make the column name as total amount spent. So that's why we use alias of the derived column. So it's going to return the data frame, which is aggregated data frame. Like you will get a group by, I think I am going to pass the country name as a group by column. So which will return the country wise customer spend amount. Okay, so this is the three function which is there in this simple Python sorry PySpark program. I'm sorry for my throat. And then so first we'll create the we talk about the PySpark unit test base class. Okay, so we are going to, as I said, we are going to use the unit test Python package, right? So when you use this package, you have to just we create a base class. Why I am creating this base class? So when you start the unit test case, there are some properties you want to initialize before you call the actual PySpark program. Okay, so for that unit test framework gives there is a setup function, the setup class. There is a class, there is a method called setup class where you can initialize your objects. Okay, so example, if you want to run your PySpark program, you need the Spark session object. So I will create a Spark session object in this and set it on the class level variable. And similarly, once the unit test is completed, while closing the unit test case, yes, you are going to close the sum of the objects which you created in the setup class. For that, we can use there is a overloaded function. So you need to override this function, not overload, sorry. You need to override this function called tear down class, where you can close all your objects which you initialize in the setup class method. So these are the two methods I am overwriting in the base class. Okay, so now using this base class, now I am going to create the unit test class. So in the unit test class, we are going to test those three functions. Okay, I will just minimize. I'll walk through one by one. So we have a base class where we initialize Spark session object. Okay, and we'll close the Spark session object when we in the teardown class. And we have a PySpark program which has three method. So we are going to test these three method using the unit test framework. So I'm going to create this unit test class, and it is going to inherit from the base class which I written. Okay, so you can need to import those classes which you defined in this this base class as well as the program. So basically from this is the module name, which is a program name of the script, and then from that import this class, which is a PySpark unit test base. Similarly, the sample program called PySpark simple program. So this is nothing but module or Python file name. Okay, so now I am creating this unit test class and inheriting from the unit test PySpark unit test base class. Now I want to test one method, okay, which is a RDD test RDD count. Okay, so I'm going to call this function called find RDD count. For that, I need to pass RDD. So how do we create a RDD? So you can create a simple Python list which contains some numbers, and we have a class level variable called the Spark session object, so which is getting automatically created in the when the unit test case run the setup class method. So it will be available this class level variable. So Spark session object dot spark context dot parallelize of, if you pass the Python object, it will return the nums RDD. So using this nums, if you have this RDD, you can pass. So you can pass it to this function. So you are creating an object for this program and calling this function and passing the RDD, which is going to return the count value, the number of elements in this RDD, which is 5. Okay, so we have 5 elements in this list, which is created as a RDD in this step. So the expected value is 5. So we will compare. So when you want to compare the expected value with the output of this function, so we need to use this method called assert equal. Okay, so you need to validate the current value or output value with the expected value. So this will compare, and if it is matches, it will say test case is passed. Okay, so you need to use this naming convention test underscore, then only the unit testing framework will understand this is the unit test case you written, so it has to run. Okay, so only this test case I will run. I will right click here and run this. So it is going to run this test RDD count unit test case. So you will have actually, so it is going to first create that Spark session object. Now it is inside the find RDD count function. It is finding the count. So now the test is run. The test case is passed. So both the output value, the count value, and the expected count will matches. So this test case is passed. Similarly, I will run for other test case which is almost similar. So same numbers RDD I took. Okay, take the list and create a RDD, and in this time we are going to call this another function called find RDD sum, and you pass this RDD, which is going to return the sum value. So if you sum up these 5 values, 1 2 3 4 5, you get 15. So now it is going to get the output sum value as whatever the value it gets, and it's going to compare with the 15. It's almost similar, only this is sum operation. So let me run this. So again it is going to run the unit test case and run the setup class function, and it is going to create the Spark session object, and then it is going to create RDD. Now it is passing the RDD and finding the sum value. Once it's find the sum value, it is going to compare using this assert equal method. So both are now it is getting same value, so it this test case also passed. So now we'll go to the third test case, which is so we are going to create a data frame, okay, which is simple like customer data information. Okay, so I kept very simple. The entire tutorial is very simple so that you will understand how to use the unit testing in the PySpark application. So 5 customer information I took. So customer ID, name, and customer country where he is living, and amount spent. Okay, so now we are going to group by the country and find out the amount spent by the customers in the individual country. Okay, so it's going to be group by column going to be country, customer country, and the value, the total sum you want to find out on the amount spent column. Okay, so now this data frame, this is the list of dictionary object, which is a Python is going to create the Python list. And to create a data frame from Python list, you can use the Spark Station object dot create data frame of. If you pass the Python list which contains dictionary, it is going to create the data frame. Now again we need to call this function aggregate find a data frame aggregate function from this PySpark simple program, and then pass the data frame as a first argument. Then this is the group by column, this is the column on which you want to find out the sum, and this is the derived column, the name of the column you want to keep it for the sum of amount spent, so total amount spent. So it's going to return the data frame. So then I'm going to sort this data frame by customer country. Okay, and then I'm going to compare. So if I sort this, so I'm going to pick the, so if you do the sorting on the customer country column, it's going to get India as a first country, and then second might be second is UK, and third is USA. And I'm going to first take the India's total amount spent and then compare with the value, the expected value. The expected value is 70 because from India 2 customers there. So if you sum up this 50 and 20, you will get a 70. So it has to 70 is has to be compared. So then you find out the, so this from the aggregate data frame you can actually convert this into a pandas data frame. So after sorting, you convert it to pandas data frame. In the pandas data frame, you can actually convert into two dictionary, and which will have in the list orientation. This is orientation. So it will get basically how you will get is total amount spent, and you get the list of values. In that first value I am taking, which is total amount spent for the India country. So that I am taking, and I am going to compare with the 70. And finally we say self dot assert equal. So which will first it will do the aggregate and take the India's customers total amount spent, and you are going to compare with the 70. So let's run this. So it is again, it is going to repeat running the test case, unit test case base class, and create a Spark Station object, and then it will create a data frame and pass the data frame, find out the aggregate data frame and get the data frame, and you have to do the it will do the sorting based on the country column and convert it into pandas data frame, and finally it will take the India's, the first country's amount spent, total amount spent value, which is for India. I'm going to discompare. So this test case also passed. So if we look at here, this is the aggregated data frame, and then this is we converted into pandas data frame. So this is the, when you convert this standard data frame into dictionary of orientation list, so you will get this in this first position value we are taking and comparing with the 70. So it is matching. So this is how you need to do the unit testing in the PySpark. Okay, so you can run individual methods. You can right click on particular methods unit test case and run it, or in the end if you run it in the and it will run for the whole test class. So it will run all the 3 test cases. Okay, so I will show, let's this gets run, and I will show you once this is run. And meanwhile, if you are not subscribed my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Click on this subscribe button and subscribe, and then click on this bell button and select all, so that whenever I add new videos, and it will you will get the notification as soon as when I publish the video in my YouTube channel. And let's see this. So it is now it is running the first test case, which is uh, find aggregate sorry testing data frame aggregate functions. So this is the first test case is running, and the second test case it is running as the test RDD count function. It is running the test case for the now it is running from the third test case for the RDD sum, find RDD sum function. So all the test cases have been passed successfully. So you see all the results here. Okay. So I hope this video is helpful. If you like this video, please like this video, as well as if you have any queries, put your queries in the comment section of this video. Thank you so much, friends. See you in the next video.